show you.
Okay. Show me.
It's showtime.
Alright, we are back with another D&D episode for Halloween season. And tonight, we will be starting our Monster Madness with the Invisible Man, who's not really a monster, but is considered in the old lineup of Universal Monster people. So, basically, Cora's never seen this before. So this will be like her first introduction into anything with an Invisible Man. Maybe one year we'll go back and we'll watch a movie called Hollow Man, which I think is kind of better than this. But I have seen this before. Cora's never seen anything like this, so we'll see what she thinks of it. What do you think? Because you've seen the trailer. What do you think so far of what you've seen in the trailer?
It's goddamn creepy, but I like it.
It's a murder. It's kind of a mystery, you know. This girl, she tries to leave her husband because they're in an abusive relationship, and strange things start happening. So, you know, she starts to wonder, is she going crazy or is he really there? So, all right. Well, sit back, relax, and hopefully you've already seen this. And we will check out The Invisible Man, starring Elisabeth Moss.
See ya in the movie. Bye.
Adrian, he was a sociopath. Where are you? Show yourself! Surprise. Let me help you. You can't help me. Surprise.
Alright, so we just finished The Invisible Man. So, Cora.
Yeah?
I guess I'll go through this one. Because... Alright, so this movie was about... You could correct me if I miss anything. How's that? So, following this woman who is leaving her husband, or boyfriend, no, it's her husband, and we're not really given much of a description of why, but through the measures she's taking at the beginning, you can tell that, like, she's drugged him so he stays asleep. She's being super quiet. It's a very fancy, rich house, and basically, you get the sense that he's very abusive towards her, and that's why she's taking all this precaution so she could sneak away in the middle of the night without him catching her. But right as she's about to get into her sister's car, he comes running up behind. The drugs wore off, so it pretty much worked, but it almost failed. And you see him very angry about it, and you see that she dropped the pills that she used to make him go to sleep. So then we jump forward like 2 weeks, and she's scared to go outside. She's nervous. She can't get her life on track because this whole thing with her husband is, still ongoing. And she's worried he's going to find her. But then she gets a call, I think she got a call or a letter from the brother basically telling her that her husband's dead. It's not her brother, it's his brother. And so she goes and she meets with the brother, and basically he's like, oh, well, you got a bunch of money, but you only get it over this certain period of time, and only if you don't commit any crimes. But then after she gets that money and she sees photos of her supposedly dead husband, she starts having these strange experiences, which at first sort of seemed like something out of Paranormal Activity or some other haunting kind of movie. But she immediately thinks it's him and immediately starts to, I'm actually kind of surprised she didn't think like, oh, maybe he's a ghost and he's haunting me, like in death. But no, she went straight to, oh no, he's alive, he's doing this somehow. So I thought that was a little weird. But then as the movie goes on, things get worse and worse and worse until people start dying and she gets framed for the murders. And basically then there's an all-out war between her and this invisible man. And it turns out that the invisible man was the brother. And supposedly her husband was kidnapped by the brother and held in a room the whole time. And once she kind of tricks him by having dinner with him so she could try to get the truth. But really, why was she really there, Cora?
Basically, you see him die.
Yep. So she basically, in the end, she had dinner with him to get him to try to reveal the truth, only so she could be the one to kill him. So...
But I'm confused, like, did she go ahead and push it on, then came back without knowing, and then grabbed the knife and killed him?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Remember she hid the suit earlier in the movie when she went back into the house? She hid it in her little hidey hole. And then she came back, she said she was going to the bathroom, but really she went into the bedroom, got the suit on real quick, came out, killed him, made it look like he killed himself on camera, and then ran back to the bedroom, took the suit off, came back out, acted like she was surprised, made a 911 call like any normal person would, so that way if anybody checks the tapes, it looks like he killed himself. Although, honestly, if somebody really picked those tapes apart, the motion looks a little jerky. Like, it's like, oh, that doesn't look like a normal way someone would do that.
Yeah, it's like, what normal people would do? What he did?
So anyways, that is the Invisible Man. When we come back, we will give our final scores.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright, we just want to quickly come back and interrupt the commercial breaks for a quick announcement. We are finally at 130 subscribers. So, if you want, there is a code up on the screen right now for a free movie. If you get that code and you go claim it, you can claim it on Voodoo, I believe. There might be other places you can claim the code. But if you claim the code, please let us know down in the comments below that you have redeemed the code and it has been used. That way other people aren't constantly trying to redeem a code that's no longer valid. Thank you so much for getting us up to 130 subscribers. With that said, let's get back to the ads so we can get back to the review.
See ya next time.
Looking for something to pass the time? Need something good to read or listen to?
To get you ready for Halloween.
Do you like famous slashers like Jason, Freddy, Michael, or Ghostface? Do you wish there was something new and original that you could read on your phone or tablet? Or perhaps you like to grab a scary book and read by candlelight?
Check out these short stories, written by Sean Connaughton. When a mildly abusive man mistreats his bride-to-be on Halloween night, his neighbors decide to teach him a lesson. A lesson he won't soon forget when he finds himself in the witch's hole. And narrated by me, Tara Klein.
A Seattle detective, Scott Grimes, investigates a string of odd murders. But where this case ultimately leads him, he could never have predicted when he crosses paths with the legal murderer. And narrated by me, Brad Letson.
Join the Dunn family as they make their way to a vacation home for a weekend trip. However, when the sun goes down, things seem to get just as dark inside as outside. Stay with the Dunns and see if you can make it through The Mansion. Audiobook narrated by Dylan Poor.
This story follows Sir Godwin as he and a small group transport a lovely princess out of a soon-to-be war zone, and as they travel they must pass through some woods. However, things grow darker and more sinister the deeper into the woods they go, and they find what some believe to only be known as the Legend of Fort Blood. Narrated for you by Angela Strauman.
So, turn out the lights light a candle, grab your phone or tablet, and download your ebook or audiobook now.
Currently available all year round on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes.
So don't miss out and grab your copy today.
All right, and we are back. Okay, Cora, so starting with you. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give The Invisible Man?
9 out of 10. The reason why I gave it a 10 out of 10, I mean, 1, it was kind of scary, a little bit. 2, there were a couple arrows, like, she put a bucket of paint on the Invisible Man, and he goes down the ladder, I guess, tears the ladder apart, and we don't see any footprints of the paint. We only see the drops. I mean, yes, his head and upper body got covered, but it should have dripped it down, and the drops of paint should have at least gone on his feet, which would make more paint.
Well, I agree with what you're saying, but the way you're saying it, I think, is a little wrong. See, when she dumped that paint, before he didn't tear the ladder apart, he fell off the ladder. So there would have been like a handprint. There should have been so much paint all around that area that he would have stepped in it or put his hand in it, and there would have been footprints going down the hallway, just like there would have been the droplets of paint. The other thing too is that has got to be the weakest paint in the world, because it stopped dripping by the time it got down the hall. I'm sorry, that paint seemed really super thin. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, it should not have stopped just that little short bit.
Yeah, instead of getting actual paint, they go ahead, got a bucket, and probably just filled it with milk.
Did you have a favorite character?
Victim.
Did you have a favorite scene?
Probably the end where it looks like she's smiling, like aiming with the plan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now you know what the plan was. I can't believe you didn't catch that when he looked in the bag and the cop even saw the second suit in the bag. And that's why he looked at her and was like, I guess he killed himself. But anyways, moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give this a 7. I don't know. I don't buy that this dude would be that into her. I'm not saying she's ugly. She's definitely not my type. But throughout the whole movie, like she basically said at one point, he could have anybody. Why her? And I'm thinking to myself the whole time she's saying that, I'm like, yeah, dude, seriously, why her? Like, at all. Like, this girl looks like she's a nutcase already. I mean, she did not look healthy very much. And I doubt that that's all supposed to be from before. Like,
not going outside.
Like, she looked way older than him. Maybe she's not. Maybe the actress was the same age or younger. But, I don't know. The way they made her look in the movie, she looked like she was older. Like, I don't really see a guy that looks like him. Now, maybe if it was the brother's wife, the way the brother looked, okay, that I could buy that being his wife. But even the sister was much prettier than her. I guess I just don't find her very attractive, but I just don't see the appeal there. I don't see, like, oh, there's a reason this guy is after her. Because she's like super hot or something. So she's not super hot. She's not super rich. Yeah, she's maybe somewhat smart. But he's supposed to be smarter. So, I mean, why would he... I don't see why these two would have even gotten married. I don't see the connection there, so... But alright. That's going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. In the next episode, we'll be continuing on with more Halloween fun. So, this is just our first stop in our Monster Month. We might do other things besides monster style movies, but alright, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.